In today's video, we are going to be talking to you about beating the winter blues and 5 ways that you can pamper yourself during this time of the year. If you're excited for this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that post notification bell because you're not going to want to miss a thing. Okay guys, I am so excited to do this video. This video is a multi-channel collab. My good friend Kimberly over on Pretty Over 50 has arranged for this collab to take place. And guys, you know how much I love her. And so she has put this, and a lot of work goes into setting up these collabs. So, you know, much love goes out to Kimberly for doing this. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and go through the ladies that are in this collab, and there's so many of us. I am going to have to actually be looking down at my phone. You're going to have to forgive me for that because there is a list of lovely ladies. So my good friend Kimberly over on Pretty Over 50 really put together a good group of women for this collab, and they're all linked in the description box below. But we have Robin's Beauty Over 50. I've collabed with her several times. Kathy's Life Beauty, Life and Style. And she does a lot of great content with just more than makeup, lifestyle, Weight Watchers, that type of stuff, which I personally appreciate because I am out since 2004. I lost 40 pounds on Weight Watchers, and so I'm a lifetime member with Weight Watchers, and I have to, you know, keep that up. Lisa Monique Beauty, she's great. She does a lot of beauty, and we get along really great with the type of makeup that we like. Mascara to Midnight, Mutton Style, Miss Kristen 321 is in there. You know, she does those funny car vlogs with Miss Melissa 55, and so, you know, those are just some of my favorite videos to watch. About Face with Mona, she does a lot of reviews on her channel. She's fantastic. Debbie No Block, I love her to pieces. She does a lot of Get Ready With Me's reviews. She does a lot of lives with her friend Anya. Cat's Eye Beauty, she's wonderful. She's a newer channel that she was a professional dancer, and she does great in-depth reviews. My Life Wendy, one of my good friends, she's awesome. Go check her out. She's a clean, beauty, cruelty-free channel. If you're into that, she is fantastic. One of the sweetest souls I know. And of course, you know, Kimberly and I are really great friends, and we've done many, many collabs together. So, yeah, we are going to be getting into that right now. My 5 ways that you can beat the winter blues. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching. Okay, guys, so the winter blues sometimes are, you know, just a state of mind, and sometimes they go just a little bit deeper. Sometimes they're actually caused, sometimes they go a little bit deeper, and sometimes they can actually, the lack of sunlight, that winter blues, can actually cause a physiological response where we're actually missing vitamin D in our bodies. And so the very first thing that I would like to talk to you about is the potentially problematic problem physiologically. And so my first thing that I would suggest that you do is, if you are feeling lethargic, tired, can't sleep at night, maybe having some muscle weakness, is schedule, what I do is in January I always have a checkup with my doctor, and I do have my vitamin D checked because I do have vitamin D deficiency, and a lot of times we ladies, it's very, very common, not just for ladies, a lot of us use sunscreen, men and women alike, and with the increased use in sunscreen, then our vitamin D levels drop, and there's really no good way to get vitamin D, and that is vitamin D3 in our diet. And the body uses vitamin D3 more efficiently and effectively than the cheaper vitamin D2. So I would encourage you, if you're going to purchase vitamin D supplements, do get the vitamin D3 when you purchase. And it's a good idea to use vitamin D supplements in your diet of a minimum of 5,000 international units per day. So I will try and remember to link the article as a reference for these numbers. But I do take vitamin D3 on a weekly basis. That is just because it's very difficult. I have a very bad memory, brain fog. That's one of the other that's one of the other symptoms of low vitamin D, is that you have brain fog, you can't sleep at night, you have muscle weakness, those type of issues. Whenever you're chronically tired, all of those things are due to low vitamin D count. So my brain fog causes me not to be able to remember to take my vitamin D on a daily basis. So I take it once a week on Saturdays. So I figure if I only take it once a week, it's easier to remember that than on a daily basis. But yes, do have your vitamin D checked, ladies, and make sure that your levels are within a reasonable amount. And that will help if you're having, my legs usually hurt really bad, and I just get extremely exhausted. And I know that I also have pernicious anemia, which is my vitamin B12 is low. So I have to keep a check on not only my vitamin B12, but my vitamin D3 as well. And so when you feel really, really bad, it's easy to get the blues or get depressed easily too. So that's one thing that really seems to help me, is to be sure that I'm taking care of myself on a physiological basis first. Because if I can get rid of any physiological symptoms that are causing me to have the winter blues, that's going to be the first and foremost remedy before anything that I can do to help myself in a self-care manner. But that definitely is the very first thing that I can suggest, is to take care of any medical needs, any physiological needs that you may have. And I always go and see my doctor every 6 months, and I go in January and July for a checkup. And that way I know that, you know, going into the winter time where there's a lack of sunlight, and even if there is sunlight, if I have on, you know, good sunscreen, I may not be getting the sunshine that I need. And that's the only way that our body is going to be capable of producing that vitamin D, is through that sunlight. And if I'm blocking it out with sunscreen, I may not be getting the vitamin D that I need. So the second way that I really like to beat the winter blues is through the practice of meditation. Meditation has a lot of positive aspects. Meditation gets rid of anxiety, it helps you relax, it just gives you a moment to just somewhat free your mind. So my husband is a very big yogi, and we practice what is called yoga nidra, and that practice is a technique of meditation that you are sort of guided through a process of meditation, and this really helps me when especially when I'm not feeling my best. It really helps my pain level, and that being in a state of chronic pain sometimes really can lead to being in a state of just not having a positive outlook, or sort of having the blues, if you will. So I think that if you can start a practice of yoga in a traditional form, where you begin with a calming period and you end with a meditative period, and you have breathing involved, and deep breathing, and you're really practicing yoga in a traditional experience, I think that yoga is a very good way to do something proactive for yourself. And I believe that really that's the key, is to beat any type of depression or blue feeling. You're really happier when you're proactively doing something for yourself, that you're taking an interest in yourself, in your well-being. Whenever you actually take control of the situation yourself, and you say, you know, I'm going to take this time for me. I'm going to set aside this time for me. I'm taking this back. When you set boundaries for yourself and you say, you know, this is me, my life, and I'm going to take a piece of it for myself, then I think that it empowers you. And then I think that you can start feeling better about yourself and about the situation that you're in. No matter what that situation is, you're going to start feeling better. So the third way is I love taking baths and taking that moment for myself just to relax in a hot bath. And one of the ways that I do that is I love to use the Ahava Dead Sea mineral salts in my bath. They smell divine. They really help my skin. I have very, very, very dry skin, and this really helps. So this is one of the ways that I really relax. So I am notorious for coming in from work and running straight to the bathtub, filling it up with really hot water, pouring in these salts, and this just always makes me feel better with a cup of coffee. Another thing that I do that really makes me feel like I am really pampering myself is the act of dry brushing. So I use a very dry oil spray. This is one that I really, really like. I get this from BOXY Charm. This is the M Green Grass Dry Oil Spray. The fragrance is beach air. It smells divine. And the brush that I use to do this is, I just got this off of Amazon. It's the Hydrea London dry brush. And what I do is I will spray this on my body where I'm going to be using the dry brush. And then I just I brush, but I'm going to kind of roll this in this manner. And this just gets all of the dead skin off my body, the dry skin. And it's an exfoliating technique for all of my body skin because I have such dry skin all over my body. And then after I do that, I get in the shower. I use an exfoliating, like we had gotten the Skin & Co. Truffle gommage, face gommage. Well, I'll use that all over my body, and that just kind of sloughs whatever skin is still left on my body. Then whenever I get out, I will go in with my CeraVe face. It's the big tub of face moisturizer. I'll just use that all over my body, and then my skin will be brand new, just like a baby's butt. that always makes me feel really, really good because I've taken the time to do something that my body really, really needs. Last way that I really take care of myself and it makes me feel good about myself is masking. I love to mask. I love to face mask. I feel like that I've really done something proactive for my face. And one of the things that I really love is using the face mask that I get from my Facetery box. And I actually have it here because I'm going to do a video on these. But the ones that I've used up this month, you know, I just have tons that I've used up already, but they're just wonderful. But I get a box of these every single month, and they usually have some type of a face product that comes with them. But I don't really open this box on my channel because I'm not really getting it for that, but I just get a whole box of these every month, and I use them all the time because they are just so good. So the ones that I haven't used yet is the Make Prim, and then I have a Pure Lotus that I haven't used yet, and I have a Calming Mushroom that I haven't used yet. But I will use these up usually within maybe the first 10 days. They don't make it the whole month for me. So yeah, they came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. And it usually lasts me about 10 days. And I just love this box from Facetery. I love to mask. Those are my favorite things to do during the months whenever it's cold outside. You can't really go outside too much, so you have to think about things to do inside during the winter, and that's how I keep the winter blues at bay for me. So the most important thing for me is making sure that my vitamin D levels are where they should be physiologically, and then the second thing is meditating. I think those are the most important ways that I can combat the winter blues. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that something in the video helped you in some way. And if you're from one of the other ladies' channels, hi, my name is Jeannie. We just talk about everything here, from unboxings to drugstore makeup to high-end makeup. I just love everything makeup, beauty, style for the over 50 woman. And I hope that you will hit the subscribe button before you leave and become part of the family here. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I hope that today finds you happy, healthy, and well. But for now, mwah, smooches! I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye, guys.